Hey now, it's Sharon and I'm back to share another idea on how to better policing here in the US. I've been sharing my ideas and my experiences along with my thoughts and opinions. And I'm still hoping or believing that we can better policing. The whole criminal justice system needs an overhaul, retooling, and it starts with individuals. So I've been sharing my individual experiences while being retaliated against and ostracized and ideas that I have behind that. But if you're new to the channel, I'm a retired detective. I worked for 20 years for a Southeastern city in the US. I was also in the military. And like I said, I'm sharing thoughts, ideas, experiences. And I was thinking, this is kind of off the subject, but on the subject. I asked I think it was probably like 20 people. And I asked them, would you leave the US if the current administration offered you $1 million and you couldn't come back for 10 years? Would you do it? Kind of like a type of reparation. And I know there are different types of reparations, but usually it's cash. So that's why I posed the question the way I did. Excuse me. And so every single individual that I asked, they said yes. And at first I was like, yeah, I'd leave. But then I thought about it and I was thinking, it would be hard to leave because this is where I was born and raised. I grew up here, family's here. And why am I leaving? That's what I had a deeper thought about. But then I asked the people, like I said, I asked folks, and all of them were Black. That's a point you'll see later. Brown, I say Black because we're all familiar with that term. But anyway, all of them said yes. And one person did say, I would leave if they gave it to my family also, so we could all leave. And a lot of them said they would go to Africa. And like I said, at first I was like, yeah, I would go. But then I started to think about it. And I was like, my love for this country is not reciprocated. I joined the military. I was in policing thinking I want to serve. I want to help people, help my country. But the question was, does my country love me? And I'm still thinking about that one. Does America love me? I'm still thinking. I don't know if that's just procrastination on the answer that I kind of have an idea on, or Again, would you take $1 million, but from the current administration, to leave America, can't come back for 10 years, and go to Africa? And I was like, yeah, I would go. But then, like I said, I had to stop and think, like, this is what I know. And it is part of my bucket list to go to Africa, look around, and see if I can buy some land and things like that. That's always been on my to-do list, if you will. But I wanted to know if America loved me. You know that old JFK quote, I think it's something along the lines of, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. And I raised my hand for the military, for the police. And I know and knew at the time when I raised my hand, there was a possibility that I could lose my life serving this country, serving the city that I worked for. And I was okay with that. But now when I think about it, does my country love me back? I really don't know. I don't know. Oh, and I just thought about it with the reparations piece. A lot of people they get upset when they hear reparations for slavery. And I would ask this, if you call yourself a Christian, because I did it one time, you accepted Christ's payment for your wrongs. Think about it now. You accepted his payment for your wrongs, and you get upset or you're angry when brown people ask for their reparations for a harm caused by the government. There were people wronged by the U.S. government, and they have still yet to receive reparations for it. And people are going to say, well, There's no one alive that was a slave. So you just think when slavery ended, the ideas ended, the attitudes ended. Nah, come on now. You know better than that, right? We're not even going to go into that. Excuse me. But yeah, reparations. Think about that. If you're a Christian, you accepted Christ's payment for your wrong, something you did. He didn't have anything to do with it, but he paid for it. And now here it is, a group of people asking for a redress in what happened to their ancestors, what happened to their family members. And it affected us generationally. And you can't get anything for that. And it's not like it's a handout. It's just owed. It's owed. So $1 million would be like a type of reparation. And think about it. They're always throwing around, oh, black folks, brown people, just 13% of the population. So what does that break down to? About, I don't remember, was it 12 million or 20 million? I don't remember. What's $50 million if you can get rid of half the population that you don't want here? Think about it. I'll let you guess on that population, a group of people. But yeah, would you take the million? Would you take the million if the current administration offered it to you and you couldn't come back for 10 years? Let me know in the comments. I wrote a book. Here it is right here. You can see it. It is on lulu.com, LULU.com. And I share in that book, it's called My Middle Eastern Conflict, Looking Back at My Future. I share in this book my experiences of blowing the whistle as a police officer, the retaliation, the ostracism I went to. But the main thing I share is the fact that I was looking for an identity, because it's a lonely place in policing if you decide to snitch or tell. And in those times, I was looking for identity. I thought I was a police officer, thought I was a female brown police officer. But I found my true identity in those moments alone. And I share that in the book. I share revelations that I've received in the book. But yeah, check it out. It's on lulu.com. It's only $15. I've created some other books. You can find them on Amazon, lulu.com. I have an online store. The link for that would be in the description. And that's it for now. I'll come back next week. But think about the question. Would you leave for $1 million? Well, as is our tradition. You don't necessarily have to go through a thing to learn from it. Talk to you later. Bye.